Ladies and gentlemen, what is this? Not sure how that works. Oh, that's my fault. Y'all forgive me. Ain't even got my mic on. I ain't even have my mic on. I'm still trying to get the technology together. I ain't even have my mic on. Now what is this? Okay, you got going on? Let's see. Let me get on out of that. Y'all forgive me. I wanted to pop on here because I've been working all day. We leave bright and early tomorrow for the boys group, and definitely want to shout out one of my clients, one of my supporters. Um, One of y'all sent in a blessing to the boys. What would we call it? The boys summer program to the foundation, and that really blessed me. Y'all, let me wipe this here. That really blessed me. So I just want to say thank you, and we gearing on up. And let me see what I was looking at. Wanting to touch on this situation I seen with the P Diddy thing. Somebody asked me about that last night, and they were asking me what I thought about it, and I seen somewhere that the prosecutor's gonna try to get 4 to 5 years. And I'll be honest with you, that is not a good thing. It is not a good thing that somebody who have that type of power and has done the things that people are saying he has done to only be in prison for 5 years, when they saying hits them been on people's life and cars them been blew up. You just never know if that stuff is true, what somebody like that could get into. And so that is not good, and it's also not good for mankind if the stuff he was doing, if that's true, because it just sends a message to everybody, like to men especially, that you could act a donkey, that you could do whatever you want to do, be as wild and crazy and nasty and whatever you want to do, and it doesn't matter. So that is not going to be a good sign. And before we get too deep into that, I want to send out thoughts and prayers for Texas again. Anybody that's in Texas, or even if you're in a different part or got family there, praying for you. God bless you. That is absolutely heartbreaking to see what's going on out there. And it just really goes to show you how, like, one person could be going through the worst day of their life, but the world is still moving. It's like the world does not stop moving, and everything got to everybody all over everywhere else still got to go to work, still got to get up and go. And it's like sometimes we get in those situations where we feel like, hey, if I'm going through something, I need y'all to sit down, I need y'all to be quiet, I need everything to stop. And that's just another lesson of how you got to do what you need to do in your life, and you got to take care of you, because people just, the world don't stop moving. And so if you ain't doing something for yourself, you making a big mistake. Big mistake. And now when y'all have questions, because this is a Blessed Tribe Q&A, everybody in the Blessed Tribe, God bless you. Y'all see the little things by you. You know what? The Blessed Tribe is probably watching the thing. I just released a review, the other half of the review on the show that y'all like me to review. I've had a few men tell me that I look, seem dangerous. What does this mean? Mel, if I'm looking at you, you look like Eve, the rapper, who got her a white billionaire now. So I think that's what they mean by they saying that you pretty. They trying to say you pretty and you look like a heartbreaker, heart snatcher. That's what that mean. How do you stay motivated while sacrificing to achieve your purpose? I feel like I'm bleeding money to get into med school, but I know it's the plan of God for my life. How do you balance it all? You don't worry about balancing it all. You just go. You just go, and you'll find balance along the way. It'll work out. But if you know, lady told me, one of the ladies who donated to my nonprofit, to the boys' summer program, she said, Tony, if it's God's will, it's God's bill. And I'm about to log in now, see if they didn't release any of the funds. The site I use, they behind be holding the doggone funds. They're like, come on now. That is not how Stripe works. Because I use Stripe for other businesses. And they have instant payouts. They behind holding the fund. It's like, man, we got to leave tomorrow. And so that's what I say to you. If it's God's will, it's God's bill. I had a question yesterday, but I was wondering if you think it should take 1 year for a man to officially ask you to be his girlfriend, or should it take 1 year to be engaged? It should take 1 year to be engaged. For a girlfriend, that should happen within 3 months. Within 3 months. There was 1 billion gallons of rain that fell at the campgrounds, more than the daily output at Niagara Falls. Can't even wrap my mind around that. Can't even wrap my mind around that. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Hey Tony, good evening. I recently left a toxic relationship that I was in on and off for 5 years. I really just want to be over it and be mentally prepared for when he finds someone else. He's handsome. Well, that's going to take a combination of things. When you're going through something like that, it is not... See, this is what the people doing with the money. When money get donated, they holding 90% of the money, and then we're going to release $5 at a time. Here go $5. It's like, come on now. What these folks here, boy, I think they got the money on the stock market trying to let it grow for 72 hours. You have to put a combination of things. One of the things you have to do in that situation is you got to invest in you. If you need to lose weight, lose weight. If you need to gain weight, gain weight. You need to build muscle, build muscle. If you need to get a degree, get a degree. If you need to get a certification, get a certification. You got to monitor your sleep time. You got to monitor your screen time. You got to start your LLC or your nonprofit organization. You got to put at least an hour a day towards you, to investing in you, your business, your purpose, your dreams, your hopes and your dreams. And essentially what I'm saying is you have to level up. Like if you stay the same, then it mess you up. If you stay the same, you ain't gonna be able to take it. I want to start a YouTube channel. Do you think it's oversaturated? I know God wants me to start my channel. I keep getting confirmation. I feel like I wouldn't know what to say. Well, if God tell you to do it, then he gonna show you how. I don't know what to say. I ain't had nothing to talk about tonight, but you just got to get out there and go. And nothing is oversaturated. I mentioned that last night. Nothing is oversaturated, because if nobody else on YouTube has your fingerprint, then that means it's room for you. Somebody created a fake page of me, an AI page, and it's getting views. So that let me know it ain't oversaturated. Hey, listen, this is what I thought that was. 1 billion gallons. I'm like, they must got a satellite out there somewhere, because that don't even sound... That's like Noah's Ark. It's like, come on now. God's promised he wasn't going to do that. I'm like, they playing around with them satellites, like people life on the line. And that thing is crazy when you think about that. It's just like some stuff you can't wrap your mind around. And it's just, even like when that happened in Louisiana, Katrina, it was the same type of things. Like, was, different. But it's like some of this stuff happening in our world. It's like, is this climate change? Is this like what's going on? It make you start questioning, like, is God trying to say something? What's going on? Or it's just nature. It's just Mother Nature. Is it normal for a heterosexual man to be best friends with a feminine man who says he isn't gay? The friend has never been seen with a man or woman and is 49 years old. No kids either. No, that's not normal. To answer your question, you say, is it normal? No, that's not normal. That's not normal. And I'll be honest with you, like I got off the plane in Atlanta, and I had my head down, and I'm rolling my roller bag, my carry-on, and I look up, and there was a guy, a worker, like, who stand out there like with a wheelchair or something. He's standing there, and he had like some gold frame glasses on. He's standing, he looking. I can't even make the face how he was looking at me. And before I realized it, I looked, I was like, I ain't even realized the man had that all right there going on in his tank. I felt bad the whole rest of the runway, because I'm like, I sure hope I ain't send that man the wrong message. I sure hope that man ain't get the wrong message. And I done had 2 gay waiters, and for the only 2 times in my entire life did the waiter reach out to shake my hand after I put the tip on the bill. So I tell you like that to say, if a man, a heterosexual man, is best friends with a feminine man, you better look a little closer. It just ain't gonna happen, because it just make you feel uncomfortable. Like, I could be nice to a feminine man. Hey, how you doing, brother? What's going on? Yeah, everything good? Yeah, all right. Got to go. Hanging out and all that. I had a homeboy like that. Heterosexual guy, went hanging out with a guy that was playing for the other team. Next thing you know, my homeboy got turned out. It happened to women all the time. Women go to hanging with that woman that, like to do other stuff, and next thing you know, the woman that was in the men is not in the women. It's like my mom and them used to say, you be like who you be around. Do you still believe that long distance relationships aren't real for a man? Yes, I still believe that. That's almost like a principle. Does your stance on online dating still remain the same in a time when men aren't really approaching women? What are some ways to be more approachable, or social settings where you can meet men? I still do not like online dating, and I still do not promote online dating publicly. I will advise it for clients individually who are actively getting coaching, because I don't trust a woman's discernment, and that's only just from experience. I just don't feel like 90% of women have discernment when it comes to men. Have discernment when it comes to women, but when it comes to men, 90% of women really don't have the gift of discernment. And I be seeing that, and I'm just like, nah, this ain't gonna work. And so, yeah, I don't recommend it unless you got a coach and you going through. The link in the description. Thank you, Manoni. The link is in that description. Y'all, let me get down here to this here super chat. Okay, just a chat. If you meant to put a question, forgive me. Okay, thank you. Maybe that's what you meant to put in there. God bless you. Here you go. Sorry about that. Met 54-year-old guy, a physician, never married, no kids, but desires marriage and kids. Parents married 50 plus years. Sister never married, no kids. Asked why never married. Said haven't met wife yet. Thoughts? For a physician, that's the key word, physician. For a physician, I could buy that. I coach. I have men who are physicians as clients. I have male clients who are physicians, and they be in the same boat. Like men who are socially awkward, and I don't even like the word awkward, but let's say socially reserved. Men who are differently able, unique thinking, just not like social butterflies, life of the party, the jock, the meathead, whatever you want to call it, the gym rat. Those men who go into high achieving careers, the legal field, the medical field, political field, a lot of those men legitimately, it's almost like they almost like the good side of the incels, what somebody was asking about. They're not like an incel, but it's almost like they their own subculture of people of men who feel overlooked by women, disrespected by women, unappreciated by women. Some of them, it changes their heart and it affects them, and some of them, they don't lose hope. And they just put all their energy into their career. And them men like that, a lot of them, if they spend well, like if they manage their money well, you sitting on millions and millions of dollars because they just been working. And they had a lot to do. I've heard you say physical attraction is a preference, not a standard. Why is that? Preferences are rooted in just lust, likes and dislikes. Standards are rooted in morals and values. So you can make a preference a standard if you choose to, but a standard is what matters when you think of your eternity. So to say you don't want to have sex before marriage, that's a standard. To say you want to be abstinent or start being abstinent, that's a standard. To say you don't want somebody who smokes or drinks, that's a standard. Because those things affect the bottom line. They affect life. But to say you want someone who is attractive, that's subjective and that's a preference. And if you talk to a person who has a great personality, they're a great person, they're a great heart, after you initially feel like they're not attractive, but you talk to them and you really get to know them, you'll start to see how little looks mean. If you really give yourself a chance to get to know somebody, they'll start to like transform. And I went through it before in college. I met a young lady. She was of another race, which was not my preference. She was of another look that was not my preference. But the more I started to hang around her, the more I started to spend time with her, I started to actually think she was pretty. And nobody else thought she was, but I did. And so I learned for a fact that if you really get to know a person and you talk to them, then it can work. Would joining a Facebook singles group still be as bad as online dating? My friend suggested I join, but it still feels like looking to me. No, wouldn't be as bad because Facebook is a social networking site, even though they have dating parts to it. But that's not the dating app of it. That's a singles group. So that's like joining a singles group at the church. So it's not the same. When you pay to get on the app, then that is different. That's when you looking. Somebody say, no, that's God talking about the rain. He young till I really looked at you. I thought you the young lady with that podcast who ain't help her friend in a struggle. post that future predictions not look good, but we're trying to build many projects to help if possible. Wow. Coastal protection. I'm 26 and ended up in a love triangle with two men that showed interest at the same time. Not intimate with either of them. Do you think women should date multiple people at the same time? Date in the sense of go on dates? Yes. Date in the sense of, say, we're dating exclusively, like we're an item, then no, you can't do that. But if you can go on a date on Monday, go on a date on Tuesday, go on a date on Wednesday, and you ain't sleeping with nobody, that's what you're supposed to do. Because you need as many options as you can get. You need as many shots in the dark, as much exposure as you can get. And it's kind of like, and then when you find the one, it's like somebody, after every date, you deciding, do we do another date? And people are going to drop off. And the ones who stay on, then you keep them going. Eventually, the other guy's going to drop off. And so that's great. And you got something on you now. You got something on you. It might, I don't know, pheromones, but it's something. Because to have two guys showing interest at one time, yeah, that was sad with Asheville. I don't know what I said. I really don't be knowing what y'all be talking about, but I guess I said something. Hey, God bless y'all seeing that one there. How to signal to a man to approach. It's hard for me to make eye contact with men sometimes. Eye contact don't have to be long, but you're going to have to get out your comfort zone. But it's simply just looking them in the eyes, or even just looking past them, or just being in his line of sight without walking too fast. You can't be walking like you Allison Felix or Sonia Richards Ross or what's her name, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. But if you walking at a normal pace and you in his line of sight, he'll see you. Y'all, I'm only an hour on here because I still got to go home and pack. I got to get all the stuff ready for the boys. Got to get up and get a rental car in the morning. We got to drive. Couldn't afford the flights on this one, so we driving the Sprinter and the rental car. So God bless you. We end up having to do some kind of flights because we got to fly next week to Chicago. Now y'all up there in Chicago now, don't have me in the hood now. Don't have me on the old block, but y'all hit me up now. Tell me where to go to eat. And looking for somebody in Chicago with a family and friend discount on that hotel. So y'all reach on out to me. What advice can you give on learning how to speak formally and how to sound proper? Nah. Real life with Nate, you trying to be funny. You to come on here trying to be funny. How you gonna ask me, of all people, how you gonna ask me that? I know God has given me a gift to encourage people, but I feel like I don't speak very well or proper. Listen, the more proper you speak, the worse a speaker you're going to be. Because nobody can relate to you. What you got to realize is the world is broken up from the Tower of Babel. So the world is dialects. It's dialects, colloquialisms, and we relate to those who sound like us, and we admire those who don't. But when somebody just sound like a book talking, it's always going to be less interesting. It's always just because it just doesn't lend to personality. And I was on YouTube failing for years because I was trying to be somebody else. I was trying to talk proper. And it's like people gonna judge you, but those people ain't meant for you. Like, you hear I talk and you on here with me. So you got to think about that. If you chose me and you hear how I talk, then that lets you know that talking proper don't really matter. It hurts so much when men suddenly drop a friendship or relationship. Men have resources to help them with closure. What's wrong with simply saying to the lady that they are no longer interested? Ironically, and you ain't gonna like this now, but you can't enter into a door that you close and lock and ain't got the key to. That's why men leave without closure, because he don't know if he gonna meet anybody better, and he want the door to be open so he can come back in your life. So when a man don't give you closure, that means he's unsure about who he is, where he's going, what he want, and he may be coming back. That it is. That it is. Got a new member here. Initial plans. God bless you. Now, for those of y'all, and let me tell you, you know, we really in a struggle right now. We're in a recession. God bless the donors, because we definitely in a recession. But I also been noticing a lot of people who want life insurance, they've been saying, hey, Tony, we got to wait till August. And so that really tells you something when we as adults don't have $20 or $100. So outside this relationship stuff, we got to start focusing on our money too. We got to start focusing on building wealth. We got to start focusing on whether it's budgeting, side hustle, second gig, but we in a tough situation, and we got to figure out how to get out of that. So I want y'all to be thinking about that just in your life. Like, what can I sell? What can I do? You know, what can I do? I appreciate your time. My question is, if you feel deeply for someone, man, the chemistry is there, but they are not there spiritually as you are, and they say, wait, I'm going to get there, should you? Yeah, you should, in the sense of, like, as long as they ain't sacrilegious and like an atheist or pulling you away from God, nobody really gonna be on your same level spiritually, because our relationship with God is personal. So you can't really get too caught up in that. As long as they not completely against God, living in willing sin, pulling you from God, atheist, agnostic, something like that, then yeah, you can continue to build with them. Like, I've been with my wife 18 years. Our spiritual walk is not the same. Like, we different. I'm the type to where I think of, you know, the Bible say don't be a hindrance to your brethren. So my wife, if she have a beverage, whether it's a mocktail or a beverage, she put it on the camera and she show it online. And when she do that, I be feeling like Solomon when he was with the women that were pulling them from God, because I be looking at it like, baby, you know, if somebody follow me and they look up to me and they see me as a life coach and they see me with alcohol, I can handle alcohol, it don't affect me. But if somebody's an alcoholic and they done come to me while they getting sober and then they see me post alcohol, I just could have become a hindrance to them. I could have just been a trigger to them. But my wife see it as, listen, I'm not gonna hide or live a lie, or it's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol, you're not getting drunk. And so we married 18 years, but we will see things differently. And so I just respect it and let it be what it is, and realize that, okay, you know, to each their own. I'm not gonna control, I'm not gonna try to change, I'm not gonna make a big deal about something, because at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not working in a Alcoholics Anonymous, and every adult is grown, and so everybody they make their own choices. So I can't put so much on myself to feel like I'm the reason whether somebody make a good or bad choice, you know. And so I look at that. I need to get my gun out of the car just in case. I look at that, and I see so many people that I coach, and they be like, oh, they're not spiritual enough. Oh, we not on the same page with the spirit. They don't speak in tongues. They don't do this. They don't do that. And I'm like, listen, you'll end up losing somebody that was actually a good person and that you could have impacted their life, but you left too soon. And so, if you believe in God and you Christian, that don't mean you're gonna be on the same page all the time or have the same understanding. Met a guy, he says he has multiple girls that are friends and they have boyfriends. It says they tell him about their relationship problem. He has guy friends but don't talk to them often. Could he be, it's awkward, but they may feel comfortable. Link in the description. If you want to become an agent or get you a policy, click that link, get on a free call with us, get that knowledge. God bless you. Y'all give me 1 second. Hey, Daddy.
Okay, tell them on 10:47. I'll be here.
Okay, yep, I told him.
Okay.
All right, love you.
All right. Love you too.
Y'all forgive me. At 10:30, my daddy calling me. He helping me out because we had some of the boys that live an hour or so away, and they had to come over to the city where we leaving from, and so two of the boys had to come over, stay in a hotel. So fortunately, I have a donor that donated a hotel room so that we didn't have to drive an hour, 2 hours out the way to pick them up to go to Atlanta tomorrow. And then you know how it is when you talking to your parent, how they be talking, and they take their time, and you know I have to be respectful. But y'all, I want y'all to realize is like when I be doing this stuff, and I tell y'all all the time, I'm not a YouTuber. It's a lot of people that's on YouTube, they YouTubers. So when they get on here, you ain't got to worry about them picking up the phone. But I got 15 companies, and the one that I'm focused on most right now is this boys program, and we leave tomorrow. So whenever you come on here and you watching me, if you new, you got to understand that how I roll. That's how I get down. Like I have to multitask. I have to do a million things, and I can't show y'all my calendar because it got people name on it. But the way that my days go, all day from 8 a.m. I've been going this morning since 7 a.m. I had to get out the house. I've been out the house all day since 7 a.m. So I've been out more than 12, 15 hours, going on 16 hours. I'm going to finish this in 22 minutes. And every single day, now I can't really show you all this because it got people names on here, but every single hour, I'm booked up. I literally hang up and pick up the next call. It's no breaks in between. And so between the insurance agency and my one-on-one coaching sessions, so I am in a season, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm in a season that when I get out of this season, I ain't going back in it. I'm finna have to let this one-on-one coaching go. So y'all, if y'all don't sign up for like a package to where like you in the VIP coaching, all them one-offs, Tony, I need an hour. No, it's 3.5 million people on here. Online between all my networks, I just ain't got the capacity. So I'm finna be about to retire all the way from coaching, and I'm just finna be doing insurance. I'm gonna be doing YouTube coaching. You gonna have to get your coaching on YouTube. And then one-on-one coaching calls finna be premium. That price finna be premium. And so we got to go. We finna go on, get the grinding. And this one of my players writing me, can I bring my other shoes? And see, we on the shoe circuit, so you only could wear the brand. We on Under Armour. He like to wear Nikes. You can't wear Nikes on the Under Armour circuit. So he said, I can't play in them other shoes. And it's like, bro, that's what we got to play in. We got to play in Under Armour. Maybe they not that good of a shoe, but see, y'all forgive me. But hey, I'm gonna get through a few more of these, and we're gonna have to wrap it on up because I got my boys texting me, and I got two boys driving in from an hour away. Shout out to the new members. Now y'all, I'm going to the super chats first and the new members. Be patient, teachers on the phone with it, Paul. Thank you, share. Shout out to the Ray TV new member. God bless you. Shout out to the moderators. Honor thy mother and father. Thank you there. Hey, God bless you. Jim, I'm going back up. How do you know your looks compatible with maybe that means how do you know your looks compatible with someone? Now looks compatibility is kind of something we made up. I think I made it up, and whoever else think they made it up. And so it might be out there a long time ago, but it's just something made up. And it's based on looks compatibility. I did a whole class on it, a master class on it one time on Tony Gaston Academy. It's based on societal structures, meaning beauty constructs. not societal structure, but beauty construct. So it's like if you look at the Hunchback of Notre Dame, he have different features for a man than Snow White. If maybe that's, I'm just use somebody's name. I don't know what Snow White looked like. So they would not be looks compatible, because if one person is seen as outside of the beauty construct and they have a unique look, and the other person is inside it and they have like what the media or the TV or the people have deemed as a standard look, then they're not looks compatible. And so a lot of times now opposites can attract, but opposites have to appreciate one another. So when you think about looks compatibility, you can have a different look, but that person has to have an appreciation for your look. So think about that in the sense of, like, me and my wife, people will tell us sometimes we look alike. And that's because we looks compatible. When I saw her, I saw me. So I saw somebody with a similar nose, maybe similar cheeks, similar forehead, similar. So it's like if you looking at yourself and you love yourself and you okay with yourself, when you see somebody who looks similar to you, then you like, hey, I like the way they look. I ain't mad at it. When you don't love yourself and you don't like your complexion, or you don't like your skin, or you don't like your race, then you want to find somebody who look the opposite of you. And because you saying, okay, that's who I look up to. That's who I aspire to be. Hey, Tony, you made a comment about women's mental health going down on the last live. Could you talk more about that? Women are empaths and women are nurturers. And with social media and technology, that's too much of an overload for women, because women feel everything. So if you think about what we come from, a woman's entertainment was her husband, her sons, her daughters, sisters, brothers. If she the oldest woman, she taking care of her little brothers and sisters. So before TV, a woman as a nurturer, she still felt everything. She felt every cry. Woman feel every cry. She feel every need. She feel every yearning. She feel every beckon. She feels all pain, because a woman is created to be a nurturer, a carer, a giver. So now when you take and you have men abandon women, you have men abuse women, you have men abandon women, you have men lie to women, manipulate women, do all of that to a woman, she feels all of that. Then she go to the internet and she have constant comparison. She comparing her body to a fake body. She comparing her skin to a filter. She comparing her life to a prop house, to a rental house, to a content house. She looking at her raggedy stove, her dirty bed, her dirty closet, her dirty room, her low paying job, or her low bank account. And she getting online and she seeing Birkins, she seeing G-Wagons, she seeing vacations, she seeing husbands of other people, and she doing all this comparison. And then she beating herself up. She beating herself up. She feeling less than, she feeling inadequate, but yet she feels everything. She an empath. So now she feel human interaction. She feel digital. She empathetically feeling humans in real life, feeling humans online. Got to compare to humans in person. Got to compare to humans online. Then have to be lied to, cheated on, manipulated, dogged out, abused, mistreated by the one person that's all she want to do is be loved by. And so that's why women's mental health is going down so bad, because we getting weaker and wiser, meaning we have more technology with less boundaries, structure, and God. And women now are under attack by Satan. So now women being attacked by the devil because the woman is the backbone. See, a lot of people think the woman is the heel, the woman is the tail, the woman is the backbone, the woman is the stabilizer. The man is the head of the household, but what's a head without a neck? What's a back without a spine? What's a body without a spine? What's a human without a spine? So the woman is the stabilizer. She the equalizer. She the neutralizer. She the catalyzer. And so with a woman being all that, she carries life. She gives birth. So when a woman has to handle all of that right there, that's who Satan wants. That's the feminist movement, to make women feel like they need to compete with men, that they better than men, that they need to go to war with men, they need to be all of this. Instead of being in unison and working together, we took the mistakes of a group of men and made it the mistakes of all men. The bad choices of a group of men became the bad choices of all men. So now men can't do right, men ain't crap, men liars, men cheaters, men dogs, men this, men that. So all of this stuff right here. So we got all that right there going on. And y'all forgive me. And so that's what's affecting us now, because the devil want the women. It used to be to where majority of women were heterosexual, stabilizers, emotionally intelligent, the mature, the backbone, the glue. Now, when you get online, my 18-year-old son told me the other day that every girl has kissed another girl. I almost fell out. I went looking at their mama crazy. I'm like, what the world? I'm like, that what you believe, son? Now I talk to all kind of women that ain't never kissed a woman. But that's what the world is pushing. That all girls are bisexual. That all women bisexual. That's what the world is pushing. And then now, I really don't meet women who don't curse. Like, I'm a man, and men, we are more filthy than a woman. We more dirty than a woman. We care less about our body than a woman on average. And I don't curse. So if I'm a man and I know that I'm a killer, I know that I've been a barbarian, I know I've been filthy, I know I've been nasty, and I don't curse, I don't want to meet a woman who I put on a pedestal and I see as classy, respectable, fearfully and wonderfully made. I don't want to meet a woman who curse. But it's like, I feel like every woman curses. Now, my wife don't curse because she with me. So at least she don't curse in front of me if she do curse, but she don't curse because she is with me. If she wasn't with me, she may curse. I don't even say the P word. You know how people say when they ticked off, they say the P word, P-I, crooked letter. I don't even say that. My dad say that. My mother-in-law say that. I done heard my wife say that. And I tell her, I say, hey, don't say that word. I don't like that. That's nasty. Don't say that word. Say you ticked off. But that ain't no curse word to people. And so I say it to say, today we in a society of majority of women have a filthy mouth. We got women who is, a lot of women is bisexual. I remember coaching a classy woman, and she told me her boyfriend was at the strip club having a lunch meeting. And I was like, what? And I'm thinking the lady is classy. She was like, yeah, Tony, that's normal. Now, rightfully so, she was talking about Atlanta. They live in Atlanta. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's going to the strip club for lunch. is normal in Atlanta, but that is Sodom and Gomorrah. That is disgusting. I cannot enjoy no lemon pepper Wayne with booty cheeks clapping. And everybody know you doo-doo, so when that booty go to sweating, it's finna be a smell. So how can I eat this good chicken Wayne with booty follicles all in the air? And they having clap-offs, and I'm in here trying to eat a Wayne. If you can normalize that, you're disgusting. You are absolutely disgusting. You are filthy, and you need to be shot in your toe, like Meg the Stallion. And that's probably why she was shot in the toe, for them twerk offs. And so the thing about it is, we living in that world today to where the devil has said that he got the men. He say he got the men. He say he done raped and pillaged the men. He have turned men over to a reprobate mind. And after he accomplished having majority of men be turned over to a reprobate mind, meaning pornography, infidelity, lies, cheating, self-loving, there's a lot of men, just like they say, my son told me every girl done kissed a girl. Of course, he was just generalizing. But it's a lot of men that deal with men. Like, you looking at regular men. Like, P. Diddy look like a regular man. Dwight Howard look like a regular man. Like, when you see these men, you don't think that these men sleep with men. You look at these men and you look at them like a normal man. Like, it used to be a day to where if a man sleep with a man, you could tell it. He'll be saucy. Like you used to could tell it. Now, you could meet a man. Hey, what up, dog? Yo, what going on? Yo, what it do? Yo. And he getting tore out the frame. And so we just living in that world today. And now women is under attack. I talk to women every day in coaching sessions, and to God be the glory, I have amazing clients. But every now and then I get some that have been turned over to a reprobate mind. And I'm like, wow, this is interesting. And it's this contention. And it's just this combativeness. Like, when it comes to relationship coaching, I've never once been wrong. I've never had somebody come to me for relationship coaching and come back to me at any point and say, Tony, you was wrong about what you told me. If I'm listening to what they saying, I've never once been wrong. To God be the glory. But I have women who will come and hire me for coaching, and I have women who will hire me for coaching and then will argue with me about how men, about what I know about. Well, I don't really see it that way. Well, I don't really think that that's the case. And I don't really think that that's how that's what men are thinking. And I don't really think that's why men, like, okay, you paying me, I'll pay you. Do you got something swinging between your legs, or do I got something swinging between my legs? But that's the reprobate mind that we've been turned over to. And so I started to realize and say, man, this is spiritual warfare. This spiritual warfare that we got to realize and understand that it's getting bad. It is getting bad. What class should I take? Take the life coach certification. Take the life coach certification and the entrepreneurship with purpose. My question is, how do you move on from an ex that is also your child father who is incarcerated? Sis, you're gonna need a coaching session. That's a little complex there though. That's a little complex. You ain't moving on from him. You can't really move on till he get out. Because soon you can move on while he locked up. Soon as he get out, he's knocking on that door. So you right back to square one. Sometimes what I want y'all to understand is sometimes as adults that we have to realize that choices come with consequences. There's gonna be some consequences that you can't run from. It's going to be some consequences that you have to live with the rest of your life. So not everything is escapable. Not everything is undoable. Some things you're gonna have to live with. And y'all forgive me. Trying to coordinate my boys' hotel tonight. Hey, got to go. Been an hour on here. God bless you. We're in 4 minutes. I just want to say a special thanks to my supporters, the boys summer program. We leaving tomorrow. And shout out to the chefs who have agreed, you know, the cooks. We gonna call them cooks because they be trying to, Airbnb be trying to act like they in the Pentagon. It's like you was in Airbnb. Will y'all stop acting like we going to the Pentagon? Come on now. Y'all, it's like, don't have no house for rent if you scared about everything. So we got the boys in the house. And we're gonna be, you know, up there and just bonding. We got speakers coming through, and I'm trying to think of any current NBA or former NBA players who live in Atlanta that I know personally, and my mind just cannot pinpoint. And the one that I did reach out to going to Vegas, but y'all, thank you, because for those of you who have helped, you really helping touch these boys' lives, and their life will never be the same. And I got one of the parents who was actually an uncle. He was texting me today, and he's very reserved, and you know, he hadn't really said a whole lot. He kind of been sitting back watching and, you know, picking up on everything. And the day he was telling me, he was like, man, what you doing for these boys, they'll never forget for the rest of their life. Like this week, they're gonna form bonds and memories that'll never be forgotten. And that thing just really hit me. So from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So y'all gonna get tired of me hearing about what's in the abundance of my heart. Y'all gonna get tired of hearing about that. I'm talking about this boys group. And we finish up technically August 3rd, because I got one boy that made it to an all-star game in Atlanta. So I got to go back to Atlanta. And man, you know what? Just being that it's just one, I'm gonna show out with him. You know, I'm gonna fly him. You know, I want to fly him first class, because he put in the work, work hard, earn that achievement. You got to celebrate that. I think a lot of times as black men, the reason why we crash out the way we crash out, and the reason why we are the way we are, is we've never been affirmed. We never hear like, you're amazing. We never hear like, good job. Like like you doing amazing. Like we never hear that. It's always, big boys don't cry, suck it up. What you want me to clap for you doing what you supposed to do? And it just all that kind of negativity, and not realizing that how much boys and men carry, because we focusing on just each other, like individually. So the way that I took and I explained what a woman had to deal with, what a woman had to go through, you never hear that explained in depth like that for a man, other than the red pill and they angry. But you never hear it explained like that. And then if a woman explain it like that, she's a pick me. She a pick Misha. If a man explain it like that, he crying. He making excuses. And we got to be able to hold space for one another, gender to gender. We got to be able to hold space. We got to be able to seek to understand. We got to be able to look at the plight of our opposite and have respect and empathy and love. And that's what's gonna make us a better place, a better world. Men don't care about women plight. Women don't care about men plight. Suck it up, get over it, is what we saying to each other. And that is Satan's plan. That's Satan's goal, to turn us against each other. So that's why with these young men, I'm really trying to speak into their life. After the summer we done, but what I'm gonna be doing the rest of the years, I'm gonna take them to an NBA game, take them to a theme park, get together for a weekend cookout with some speakers and some lessons, have the families bring the boys, get together, hang out, spend time, and just keep building, keep mentoring them, give them lessons they'll never forget. So thank y'all who are part of the program, and thank y'all who donate to the program. All the important links in the description. God bless y'all. We just hit an hour, and hopefully I get to shoot while I'm up there in Atlanta. Might shoot some with the boys. God bless you. We'll talk soon.